Coming up on UMTV News, U.S. officials warn Americans to leave the Middle East immediately amidst the ongoing war with Iran.
Plus, the father of an accused school shooter is convicted in relation to the attack that left 4 people dead.
And later, we'll introduce you to one organization that provides live music for hospital patients in South Florida.
All these stories and more on UMTV News, and it starts right now.
Hello and welcome to this edition of UMTV News. I'm Brian Matute.
And I'm Amanda Mohammed. Thank you for joining us. As the U.S.-Israeli war with Iran enters its 4th day, Israel says it is conducting, quote, simultaneous strikes in Iran's capital Tehran that are targeting Iranian military sites and in the Lebanese capital of Beirut, targeting the Iran-backed group Hezbollah. Iran, meanwhile, is continuing to strike U.S. allies in the Middle East, and U.S. officials are urging Americans to leave the region.
At the Department of State, our #1 priority is the safety and the security of American citizens everywhere in the world.
Secretary of State Marco Rubio releasing a video on social media Monday as the U.S.-Israeli war with Iran continues, with continuing explosions across the Middle East.
I wanted to take this chance to speak directly to Americans who are in the Middle East.
Rubio's message came shortly after the State Department advised U.S. citizens in more than a dozen countries in the region to leave immediately. That included countries like Saudi Arabia, where the U.S. Embassy in Riyadh was struck by the suspected Iranian drones. That embassy, now closed, as well as a U.S. embassy in Kuwait. In the U.S., Democratic lawmakers speaking out against President Donald Trump's decision to go to war with Iran.
There was no imminent threat to the United States of America by the Iranians.
President Trump taking to social media, pushing back against criticism from Democrats, writing the party, quote, has completely lost its way. Many Republican lawmakers standing by the president.
The Commander-in-Chief of our armed forces has the latitude that any Commander-in-Chief, any president always has, because they have a set of information that is sensitive, timely, and urgent.
And we've just received breaking news that an Iranian drone has struck the U.S. consulate in Dubai. The State Department has yet to issue a public statement, and there is no word on casualties just yet.
And the military actions in the Middle East are already affecting consumers around the world. As a result of the conflict, the Strait of Hormuz, which is a key oil route off of the coast of Iran, has been closed, with Iran targeting oil infrastructure of close U.S. allies in the region. The average gas prices in the U.S. rose by 11 cents today, which is the highest one-day jump since Hurricane Katrina more than 20 years ago.
3 people are dead and about a dozen injured after a shooting in Austin, Texas early Sunday morning. Police shot and killed a Senegal native whom they suspect carried the shootings and are working to determine whether the war in Iran may have played a role in the attack.
We see those indicators. We see the second shirt with the Iran and the picture of the Shah on that T-shirt as well. We're thinking about events and what's occurring in the country as well.
Police also say this may have been an act of terrorism.
The father of the teen responsible for the deadly Appalachia High School shooting has been found guilty. Colin Gray was convicted of murder and involuntary manslaughter in connection to the 2024 shooting that left 4 people dead. Prosecutors say Colin Gray bought the firearm for his son despite concerns about the teen's mental health. They argued Gray was criminally negligent, failing to secure the weapon and ignoring multiple warning signs. The defense said Gray had no knowledge of any plan to carry out an attack and said he was trying to get his son help. But after deliberating, the jury found Gray guilty.
I think it's one of those things, the defense talked about a slippery slope, but it wasn't like one parent missed one warning. This was multiple warnings over a lengthy period of time, and like we said, you just had to do one thing and take that rifle away, and this would have been prevented.
Gray now faces decades in prison. Legal experts say the verdict could set a precedent for holding parents criminally responsible in future school shooting cases.
Coming up after the break, a South Florida group brings hope with a smile and a song. Plus, a new initiative lets shelter dogs hit the town. All this and more when UMTV News returns. Don't go anywhere.
A local group of musicians with international ties is helping out children in South Florida. Jake Baum joins us live to tell us more. Jake?
Samba at a time. At Holtz Children's Hospital in Miami, music isn't just entertainment, it's medicine. South Florida's Brazilian voices bring the joy of Brazil to children in the hospital. Kids who light up the moment the music begins. For 3-year-old Lavi, who had come all the way from Israel for his procedures, the music is more than beautiful. It's a bright moment in a long hospital journey.
You see the smile, like he's so happy. It's hard to be here because I have at home also twins. They miss him, they miss me. With the music, he starts to smile.
And for 12-year-old Pedro, who has been in and out of the hospital for most of his life, the voices bring out the voice in him.
Let it be, let it be, let it be. Whisper words of wisdom, let it be.
The music talks really deep in his heart. So once he's happy, I'm very happy.
The group's founders, Beatriz and Lauren, say these visits are at the heart of why they sing.
Happiness, right? We get so happy that they're happy. It makes us feel that we're doing the right thing.
Science backs it up. Music therapist Stephanie Epstein says these visits do more than brighten a room. They affect the mind and body.
The benefits of music therapy are truly exponential. It could be something as simple as just providing a sense of normalcy and a sense of comfort to actually changing our neural structure in our brain. It's something that our patients need.
From the smallest patients to those who have spent years in the hospital, Brazilian Voices gives more than song. They bring moments of joy, hope, and connection, reminding everyone that even in difficult times, music can heal the heart. At Holtz Children's Hospital, the Voices of Brazil are making a difference, one song or samba at a time. 20 years strong, and they don't plan on stopping anytime soon. And a little note about that 12-year-old boy, Pedro. He was hospitalized, rushed into the hospital at 3 a.m. the morning before by his mom with a fever. Now, you might not think that's much, but with his condition, that warrants a hospital visit. But I'm hearing now that he's all right and going to be ready to send home real soon. In Miami, Jake Baum.
Thank you, Jake. And while the Miami Hurricanes have been dominant on the basketball court and the baseball field, they are also hitting their stride on the track. On Thursday, junior Ace Malone became the first Miami Hurricane to win the men's 400-meter sprint at the ACC men's indoor event. Malone tied his school record, crossing the finish line at 45.41 seconds.
I think being able to train with competitors like George and Sean every day at practice really helps me be able, like hold on the whole race, because I deal with that every day at practice. So being able to simulate that every day and then come out here and do it again, it's pretty cool.
Malone is rising in stardom after being named ACC Men's Track Rookie of the Year in 2024 for the outdoor season, despite suffering a stress fracture in his spine. The next event for Miami's track and field is the NCAA Indoor Championships on March 13th.
For many adults with intellectual disabilities, it can be hard to find a real sense of community. But one South Florida organization is changing that by giving their social lives a makeover. On Saturday, Pucho and Pals hosted a party designed to create a space where everyone belongs. Adults with special needs received haircuts, makeup services, and styling, helping them feel confident before they hit the dance floor. Participants socialized and did not hesitate to show off their moves. Finding a spot where these adults are not only welcomed but embraced is not always easy.
this is where we've kind of created a space for them to be highlighted, meet others, and you know, we create opportunities for them to serve the community and work on their rehabilitation, their independence, their self-advocacy, but also have a lot of fun. So they don't even realize that they're learning and developing all these great skills while they're having fun and connecting with others and showing off how capable they are.
Pucho and Pals also organizes community service projects, giving participants the chance to be visible and involved out in public. And they're keeping the fun going with a trip to Disney World in late March.
For many dogs in South Miami, the wait for a forever home can last years, but a new program at the Humane Society of Greater Miami is giving long-term residents a break from the kennel and a better chance at adoption. Addison Block joins us live with more. Addison?
For dogs that have been in shelters for months or even years, one day out of the kennel can make all the difference. And one shelter in North Miami recently launched a program to do exactly that. I had the chance to shadow one volunteer who took out one very special pup. Check it out.
This is so good. He's a good girl.
This is Leia. She's a professional pup cup taster, a paw shaking expert, and a big fan of sticking her face out of the car window. But before this car ride, this is where she sleeps. Leia is 10 years old and one of the Humane Society of Greater Miami's longest residents. She's been waiting nearly 4 years for a home. And while she waits, she gets to take field trips, thanks to a program called Bark Around Town.
Every Bark Around Town volunteer gets one of these bags filled with all puppy essentials, including poop bags, some treats, and some cooling blankets. You ready to go, Leia?
Bark Around Town launched at the start of 2025 and gives dogs like Leia a one-day break from the kennel and a chance to show who they really are. The program comes at a time when animal shelters nationwide are facing overcrowding. According to the ASPCA, more than 3 million dogs enter the U.S. shelters every year. About 2 million are adopted annually. Locally, shelters built to house around 350 dogs have recently cared for more than 500 at a time, operating at over 140% capacity. For larger or senior dogs, the average stay can stretch from 6 months to multiple years. And long stays can take a toll on the animals.
With kennel stress, it displays itself in a couple different ways. They can circle within their rooms and pace. They can become reactive to the glass, which adopters, misunderstand as aggression, when in reality it's just a dog who's crying out for help.
When dogs remain in kennels for months or years, overstimulation, confinement, and limited enrichment can change their behavior.
In general, their behavior starts to deteriorate 3 months into their stay or 6 months into their stay because it's so stressful.
Inside the shelter, that stress can be misread. But out here, Leia is calm, sweet, and just happy to be included.
I would love to keep Leia and be with her all day. I don't want to give her back at all, but I know that even taking them out for 10, 15 minutes will help them at least relieve some of their stress.
And for Leia, it's hopefully the start to a forever home. This program has helped the shelter with overcrowding. In fact, one of their longest residents just got adopted a few weeks ago. If you're interested in adoption or just helping out in general, visit humanesocietyofgreatermiami.org. Reporting in Miami, Addison Block.
Thank you, Addie. And finally, there's nothing like a relaxing day at the spa. And at one Australian open range zoo, one rhino gets to experience just that. This is McKay. She's a great grandmother, and thanks to the zoo staff, she gets special mud bath treatments. And this is not just a luxury, it's a process called wallowing. Rhinos roll around in mud to protect themselves from the sun, ward off parasites, and keep cool on hot days. But since McKay is too old to do it herself, the zoo staff does it for her, giving her fresh, muddy glow without any of the hassle.
Well, that's all the time we have for today. Thanks so much for tuning in.
We'll be back next week, same place, same time. Thank you for joining us. I had to.
Generational locking.
I was trying to reach.
He was like,